Destructible environments in gaming is incredible. I think when we hear about a new game that has destructible environment, naturally as gamers, we just give it a little extra attention. That idea of being immersed in a world that is as fragile as our own is crazy. I can break this, I can break that. Nothing is permanent, and that allows for an infinite amount of replayability. I think the first time I experienced destructible environment in a time I can remember in my childhood was Battlefield Bad Company 2. When I was first getting into gaming, Bad Company stood out more than anything. With C4, I could break open walls, and with rocket launchers, entire canyons can be made in the ground. All of a sudden, I realized by the end of a match, the map looked completely different. I still remember the first time I saw a building collapse in Battlefield Bad Company 2. It changed my entire idea of what the capacity of gaming could be. And even today in 2023, Destructible Environment has come a long way. But what exactly defines Destructible Environment? If I can break a lamppost, does that count as a Destructible Environment game? If when I use an ability I leave a giant mark in the ground, is that Destructible Environment? Or should everything be able to be broken like in a game like Fortnite? Destructible Environment comes in all different levels and forms, but one thing's for sure, it is one of the best features in gaming. Even though Destructible Environment has come a long way, I am saddened to say that we have not seen it come as far as I thought, but it's an understandable reason. Destructible Environment is not easy to incorporate into the average game. Most engines can't handle all the memory it takes to be able to have a indestructible environment from the inside out, especially in a multiplayer game. When everything's destructible and everything can break, it can be intensive on the average computer. So many developers simply refrain from the effort it takes to actually build that environment. But let me tell you something, if you can make a good destructible environment in your game, it's almost guaranteed to succeed. When you think about destructible environment, what games do you think of? On the top of your head, tell me. Here's what I think of. Fortnite, Battlefield, Rainbow Six Siege, and what do all three of those franchises have in common? They're all still played today. Battlefield is maybe the most notable destructible environment game because it's actually realistic. This is a high quality war game that involves destructible environment. Buildings can be destroyed. We all remember in Battlefield 4 when the trailer was revealed of the giant skyscraper falling. We've never seen destructible environment like that. They have revolutionized how we see a sandbox in a multiplayer game. Fortnite is the same way. Even though more cartoony, that is still destructible environment. There is no structure in Fortnite that really can't be broken with your pickaxe, allowing for infinite possibilities when it comes to build fights and different arenas. Rainbow Six has one of the most detailed destructible environments, and it's really special because it can be tactically used. You can break small holes in walls to poke your gun through, or you can create giant explosions in a wall. These three games all have high levels of destructible environment, and because of that, they stand out above everything else. Another huge genre in gaming is survival. Survival games may be the original source of destructible environment. Cutting down trees, destroying structures, salvaging resources. Certain survival games even allow you to warp the terrain, essentially making the earth itself destructible. Survival games are often so replayable and fun because you can build, destroy. This open sandbox feels all the more real when you know everything around you can be broken. But there's also an art in games I like to call minor destructible environment. These games do not involve buildings crashing down or massive world-changing events, but there are other smaller ways to make your games more interactive. These are games like Control, GTA 5, Star Wars The Force Unleashed, and even games like Just Cause 3. These games all mimic the satisfaction of destructible environment games by letting you destroy an area but to a limit. For example, in GTA you can run over traffic cones, you can blow up gas stations, but you can't level any buildings, you can't blow up any walls. In Control, you can pick up desks and fire extinguishers and fling them at enemies and blow up pillars and corridors within the building, but you can't actually cause any structural damage to the building or permanent damage that lasts. In The Force Unleashed, you can break wood barricades and destroy ships, but you can't really destroy anything else. Now, even though these games are less destructible, they still have the same effect. The world around you is real and reactive. But the whole point of this video is to say that not enough games have capitalized on this concept. Destructible Environment goes all the way back to games like Infamous 2, where you could cause chaos in the city by flipping over cars, destroying balconies, and you felt like a god to the civilians in the city. But rarely do superhero games now ever try to capture that destructible environment. Imagine a Superman game, or an Iron Man game, or hell, even the Spider-Man game with a little bit of destructible environment. When you threw a bomb at a building, it actually blew up, debris fell out. What if Battlefield's physics engine was applied to GTA? Los Santos could be a complete sandbox from the inside out. Now, a lot of these things are impractical because, like I said, no one would be able to run that, but it doesn't mean that it can't be innovated on over time. We often see a majority of games that try to display destructible environment go for a more cartoony look. It's very rare that we mix realism and a destructible environment in today's modern gaming. I hope to see more of it because it truly is a special thing that we don't see a lot. I know it's physically hard to develop, but I'd love to see someone try to put out a new game or a new engine or something that can make destructible environment more accessible in games and for everyone. I think it's a special feature and it'll always personally be my favorite. But guys, I want to know what you think of destructible environment and destructible environment in games. Do you believe in today's gaming market it's lacking? Let me know down below in the comments, guys. And as always, I'm Trelo. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.